สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to Hot Thai Kitchen. Today's recipe is inspired by the fact that cauliflower was on sale. Yes, I love working with on-sale produce because it sort of gives you a challenge to work within. It really exercises your creativity. So today's recipe is something called ดอกกะหล่ำผัดแกงกะหรี่. I know it's a mouthful, but let me break it down for you. Dok galam is cauliflower, pat means to stir fry, and gang curry is yellow curry. That's right. Cauliflower and yellow curry are flavors that go so well together. And this dish works great as a vegetable side dish or as a vegetarian entree. It's substantial enough for that as well. So let's get started. Let's talk cauliflower. So I've cut up my cauliflower here, but I want to show you a little trick that I always do. I always cut my cauliflower to maximize these flat surfaces because, as you'll see, we're going to want to sear the cauliflower to get nice browning added flavor. If you have like a lot of these natural round edges, the florets might look prettier, but it won't be able to make that contact with the pan, okay? So that's something to think about. I'm using a big flat skillet just because I want to maximize the amount of cauliflower that I can sear. You can certainly do this in the same wok you're going to use to stir fry them, but then I have to do them in 2 batches. Now, I don't need to wait until this gets super, super hot. I'm going to go in with my cauliflower just so I have time to kind of work with them a little bit. And I'm going to season them with a little bit of fish sauce. You can go with salt if you like. And I'm gonna just give them a quick toss. Ah! Because my pan's not uber hot right now, I can take my time tossing them with the fish sauce. If it's super hot, then I'm like panicking, trying to make sure they're not burning. Okay, I wanna really take the time and arrange it so that all the flat surfaces are touching the pan. This is going to be what makes the difference between a mediocre cauliflower stir fry and a great one, because for most people, they just throw it into the wok and then just kind of let it steam in the sauce. They're giving up the browning opportunity. It's also going to dry out the cauliflower a little bit, concentrating that flavor even more, like roasted cauliflower. Oh yes. That is exactly what we are talking about, nice and browned. I like to just give them a quick toss like this and then, you know, go and rearrange them after. And at this point, you're not trying to cook them all the way through. You're just par cooking them, getting a nice browning. If you're at 60%, 70% cooked, that's good enough. We'll finish it all in the pan. And that's it. So now I've switched to my wok, and I'm going to start by reducing a little bit of coconut milk. Note that I am not using any oil at all because you want to maximize that flavor and richness. Since I don't have a lot, I don't need to wait until this reduces. I'm going to go in right away with my yellow curry paste. So I'm just using store-bought yellow curry paste here. And so this way it gives me time to sort of allow the paste to loosen up in the coconut milk a little bit. I do have a recipe for making your own yellow curry paste if you're feeling hardcore and want to do that. But you know what? This is supposed to be a quick dinner, so a store-bought one would work just fine. However, for this particular brand, I find their color a little bit dull, so I'm going to just bump it up with just a little paprika. Your particular brand might not need that extra help. Okay, so now, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. I'm gonna let all that liquid in the coconut milk evaporate and allow the coconut oil to come out and fry that paste, bloom the flavors of all the spices. Oh yes. See that? You can see right there the coconut oil is already starting to separate away from the paste. It's sizzling the paste. That is exactly what you're looking for. Now I'm also gonna add my palm sugar at this point. Should have added a little earlier, to be honest, but you want to add it now so that it has lots of time to dissolve. Delicious. Oh, it smells so good right now. And now that my sugar is mostly dissolved, I'm going to go in with the rest of my coconut milk. Whee! Because I want to make sure I have enough liquid to help the sauce distribute around my cauliflower. Yeah. And now I'm gonna add some onions. Whee! Break that up, turn up that heat, and now I'm gonna add my cauliflower. Woo! And now I'm just gonna keep tossing until that sauce dries up all around the cauliflower. Oh, yes. I know that for this particular brand of curry paste that I am using, which is Maploy, by the way, it's very salty, so I don't need any more salt. But if you're using a different brand, just give it a taste for saltiness, and you might need to add a little bit of fish sauce or soy sauce. Now, if you like your cauliflower soft and fully cooked like all the way, you might want to just get a lid and cover and let it steam for a little bit. But if you like it sort of al dente, then just kind of keep stirring for a few minutes and it'll be just right there, perfectly a little crunchy on the inside. All right, so now the sauce is exactly where I need it to be. The cauliflower is done just right. I'm gonna go in with some tomatoes. I just love adding tomatoes into yellow curry because that sort of pops of acidity contrasts the richer, sweeter curry, and it just adds such a beautiful color too. Ah, perfect. And that is it. I am turning it off. And now to finish it up with some greenery, some chopped cilantro. You don't have to add it. You can do green onions if you'd like. And that is it. How easy is that? It smells so good in here right now. Unbelievable. And that came together so quickly, and look at that. Faster than a curry, but the same kind of deliciousness. If you want to put some tofu in here, would be really good too, like some fried tofu or tofu puff. Oh yeah. A little bit of extra cilantro for some greens. And now this next thing is optional, but I always love fried shallots with yellow curry. It's a classic accompaniment to yellow curry, so I figured it would be a nice touch as well. And I will include how to make your own fried shallots. I've also got a few other videos of how to make your own fried shallots. I'll link them in the description below. Ah, so good. Get some extra sauce from the bottom. Oh, yeah. So you can see the browned bits on the cauliflower still. That is what I am talking about. Ah, that smell. It's got everything. Sweet, a little salty, and then that tart pop from the cherry tomatoes and all those spices, the aroma of all the spices, and the cauliflower. It's got that robust earthiness about it, which is magnified by the fact that we didn't just let it steam in the sauce, but we seared it. I am telling you, if you're not a vegetarian, you will not miss the meat in this. I mean, it's got so much substance there. And if you are a vegetarian, say hello to your new regular. So the recipe, as always, will be on hotthaikitchen.com. When you make it, send me a photo on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I am also now on Pinterest if any of you are pinners. If you haven't subscribed to the show, make sure that you do so you don't miss an awesome recipe like this. And when you do, click that little bell icon as well so you'll get a notification when I post a new video. If you love the show and you want to support us, check out our Patreon link in the description below, and I will see you next time for your next delicious Thai meal.